Hey y'all, I am making dinner tonight, and this is one of those nights that I didn't have anything planned. And by not having anything planned, I'm ending up doing 3 meals all at once. I've already got one in the oven. I'm making tater tot pizza casserole. And since I have one in the oven and I opened a bag of tater tots and I opened a bag of home style meatballs, I thought, you know what? I'll go ahead and make both my daughters one also for freezer meals. So I want to show you, I've got just about 5 minutes left before that one's done. So I went ahead and put tater tots in the bottom. These are frozen tater tots. Now, in a typical pizza casserole, I would normally ground some sausage or some hamburger, but I did not do that today. I've been running errands. So I popped a few of these, 1 cupful actually, frozen meatballs in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And I only did that just so I could slice them. I like to slice my meatballs in half. You don't have to do that. You can put full meatballs on top of yours if you want to. Let me tilt this down so y'all can see. But it's a big meatball, so I like to just go ahead and half mine. So I'm trying to race the clock before get done with this before mine gets done so I can show you. And my girls will be excited to know that they have a meal that they can put in the freezer for later, or they can cook it tonight. They get home from work later than I eat, so they can cook it tonight or tomorrow night. It'll be fine in the refrigerator for a couple days, or it'll be fine in their freezer for 3 months. Okay, so I just cut those meatballs in half, and I did that just about right. I had some more here, but all I did was just took my knife and sliced those in half and laid them on top. Now, the next step is your sauce and your seasonings. Normally I put my pepper, I cut up a red pepper is all I had. The recipe is gonna call for a green pepper, but I'm using red. And I normally put it in my sauce, but I'm scared it's gonna overflow on this one. So I'm going to just sprinkle it on top. And I cut them in really tiny dice-sized pieces, just because that's the way we prefer it. So you can use green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, whatever you want, or you don't have to use it at all. Okay, so now for the sauce mixture. I like to use tomato sauce and season it myself. You can make this even easier if you want to and buy pasta sauce in the jar already. I did not put garlic in mine because my husband are not really big garlic fans, but baby girl, this is the one I'm doing for her. She loves garlic. So I've got a couple cloves of garlic, and they're small, so I'm gonna go ahead and put both of them in the garlic press. It comes with a little cleaning brush inside the lid in case you have one and you wondered what that is for. And the other end is a scraper, which you're fixing to see me use. So in here I have 1 cup of tomato sauce. And y'all watch all this garlic come out. I did not peel the garlic. It is coming out. She's gonna love, love, love this. So now the scraper end, I'm just going to scrape that off so she can have all that garlic in her sauce. Okay. And again, I did not have to peel it. The skin is right in here, and you can take that skin out with the handle also, and your hands never have to touch that garlic and smell like it if you don't want them to. Also in the seasoning, instead of cutting up an onion, I love the 3 onion rub. It's a blend of 3 onions, and I will put a tablespoon of this beside a small onion any day. So 1 teaspoon is all I'm using, and you don't have to write all this down. I promise I'm going to share the recipe with you. I'm going to put that smells so good, a ½ teaspoon of sweet basil. So we're going to pack this tomato sauce full of flavor. Oven's beeping, y'all. 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And the recipe that I normally and will share with you says 1 teaspoon, but because I put that garlic in hers already, I'm not going to put the full teaspoon. I just did a half. And I'm going to do 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. And that's optional. It's going to give it a little kick, but not a lot. Okay, so that is it for my sauce. You'll see all those seasonings in there. Let me get mine out of the oven. I'm sorry, and I'll be right back. Ooh, I can't wait for y'all to see. I'm gonna sit it right over there and let it be cooling a little bit. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so now I'm gonna sit this down because if you watch me often, you know I make a mess. So I'm going to gracefully try to stir all of this tomato sauce with all those seasonings and let them all come together. I can smell that garlic. So this is one of those meals you can cook in 30 minutes. That's what I did mine in the oven for at 400 degrees. So you can forget to lay something out and come home looking like a rock star very inexpensively with this meal, might I say too. And I'm gonna get 3 meals out of that bag of tater tots and meatballs. So now I'm just going to pour this sauce mixture right on top of the meatballs, tater tots, and peppers. Yum, yum, yum. Scrape all of that out. And we're almost done. I just kind of like to spread it a little bit around. You don't even really have to do that. And if you're making this into a freezer meal and you don't want to freeze it in one of these trays, you can definitely do what I just did and put it all in a Ziploc bag. And the night before you're going to cook it, lay it in your refrigerator to de-thaw overnight. And then just pour it in your baking dish. That is that simple. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, now the next step is where it's really, really a versatile recipe. And you can add your favorite pizza toppings of your choice. I'm just going to use, luckily I had a whole pack of pepperoni that I had not opened. So I'm just going to add pepperoni. You can do mushrooms, bacon, ham. You can load this baby up with whatever you like. Some bacon would be really good, but I didn't have any bacon fried to crumble up and put in there. So again, you can just kind of add anything in your pizza casserole that you want to. All right, almost done. Then we're going to get the one that's done so you can see it. That is it. Pepperoni is slimy. Now I went ahead and shredded some cheese, and I've shredded some mozzarella and sharp cheddar. I like to do both. You can obviously do whatever kind of cheese you want, but I like sharp cheddar and mozzarella. So I'm going to kind of lay the cheddar cheese down first, and then I'm going to put the mozzarella. My husband would like mushrooms in his. I didn't have any of those cut up either. So we're just winging it tonight. But how simple is this and quick? And then all we have to do to cook it is wrap it with aluminum foil on top, 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Let me move that. Use flexible cutting mat is your best friend, ladies. I got the large size on the bottom, and I'll compare the sizes for you because I get questions on these a lot. But I love it. If you're cutting up, you can go right over to the trash can and dump your scraps, or you can just do what I just did and dump all of your goodness right on top of your casserole. So how about that? I will share pictures also of this in the steps along the way so you can see those as I was preparing mine. But let me show you real quick. This is the large. It's got stuff on it, so I'm not going to hold it up. This is the large cutting mat, and then this is the smaller cutting mat. I'll use them both. Both of them come in a set of 3, and I do love those. And that measuring spoon, I don't know what I did with that. think it's over here. It's going, I don't know what it, here it is. You saw me get all of those ingredients, the seasonings. It goes from 1/4 to 1 teaspoon. So you just have 1 spoon that you have to get out. This slides back and forth, so your ingredients are measured perfectly. All right, are y'all ready to see the one that is done? I've got one ready for one daughter, one sitting here waiting to go. So let me move this out of the way and I'll bring mine over and we'll slice that baby and see what it looks like. It's not been out very long, but maybe it's cooled a little bit. Let's move this out of the way. Normally, I would cut the broiler on for just a few minutes because I like my cheese toasty, but y'all look at that. This is our new 8x8 baking pan with the lid. So this is something that you could actually even prep this in the morning if you were more prepared than I was today. Put the lid on it and then come home, take the lid off. This is not oven safe. And then just pop it right in the oven. But doesn't it look delicious? It sure smells good. So let me see if I can get some out and show you. Woo! Sometimes we just have to make do. And these meatballs are going to be my, what would normally be ground hamburger or beef or sausage. Y'all look at that. Look at that. You can see that steam coming from it. It's going to be delicious. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. And again, you know, I will share the recipe in the comments. You see how clean that comes out in that pan? You can see a little bit more of the inside there where I cut through those tater tots on the bottom. It's just a perfect amount. That's really more than me and my husband will eat, but it's just a perfect serving for a small family. And you can obviously double the recipe or triple and make it in bigger pans, but it's very, very simple. So thank you guys so much for watching and look for the recipe in the comments. Thanks, y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.